The Loretto boys basketball team was in the Class 2A state semifinals, plus 5 of our 6 area softball and baseball teams were in action on Friday night. That's coming up next on The Final Score, brought to you by Heritage Automotive.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle Hammock, General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, your Chevy GMC dealer in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. I'm from Marshall County, Tennessee, where I went to Cornersville High School. I attended Cumberland University. After Cumberland, I went into the United States Marine Corps to serve the country. After that, I went right back into the car business. I'm very familiar with the car business. I have been around the car business pretty much my entire life. And my commitment to you is to ensure the most competitive new and used vehicle pricing on the market, as well as the best service around. Well, we'll treat you like family here at Heritage Automotive in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
From the X Sports Network, this is The Final Score.
Welcome to The Final Score. I'm AJ Good. Started things off in high school basketball. The Loretto boys are looking for another trip to the Class 2A state championship game on Saturday. But first, a very tough Chattanooga Prep team was standing in their way. Mustangs trying to make it back to the state championship game in back-to-back years, but taking on Chattanooga Prep here in the semifinals. Second quarter, Mason Tidwell, the drive, the finish, and add the foul. Then it's Tidwell stepping out and knocking down the three-pointer. More from Tidwell. This time finding an open Grant Fisher. Fisher will do the rest, goes down low and banks it in for two. Moving ahead now to the third quarter. It's Cam Andrews driving into the paint, going up and under 4-2. Then it's Tidwell. They dare him to shoot the three. He makes him pay. 3 of his game-high 20 points. Then Kason Springer drives into the paint, fades away through contact and knocks down the finish. Then later, Kylan Wilkerson finds an open Saber Franklin in the paint for 2, but the Mustangs would eventually fall in this one, 67-44. Now over to the high school baseball side of things, starting first with the Wildcats of Lawrence County, who are on the road at Hardin County. Wildcats trying to get back on the winning track on the road at Hardin County. Here in the top of the fifth, no score, 2 on for Jack Emerson. He's going to send a single into center. Hud Maddox comes around the score. The Wildcats take the lead 1-0. Next batter, it's Brooks Durham. He lines a single here into left. That's going to bring home Logan Clayton as Lawrence County goes up 2-0. Moving ahead now to the top of the sixth, bases loaded. Brayson Rose lines a single into center. Jasper Kilburn scores, makes it 3-0 Wildcats. Base is still loaded. Next batter, it's Emerson. Chops one up the middle. That gets through. A pair of runs come around the scores. The Wildcats busted open, leading at 5-2. 2-1. Next batter, it's Durham. And Durham continues his hot streak. Sends a bloop single in to right. Both runners come around the score. It's all Wildcats from there. They go on to win this one 7-2. Now over to Summertown, where the Eagles were back in action on Friday night, this time making the short trip over to Columbia. First of 2 for the Eagles from Columbia as they were taking on the Lions. Here in the top of the third, down 7-0, bases loaded. Jackson Bennett. Grounder here too short. That's going to bring home the first run of the game, cutting the lead to 7-1. Still in the top of the third, 2 on for Foster Paley. He sends this single down the right field line. Both runners would have come around to score, but the Lions would eventually top Summertown in this one, 13-3. The nightcap for Summertown saw them face Dixon County here in the bottom of the fifth, up 7-6, 2 on. Ryder Blackwood with a single into right. Both runners come around the score. The insurance the Eagles need in this one is Summertown would top Dixon County 9-6. Now back over to high school softball, where Lawrence County was back in their own friendly confines on Friday night, welcoming in a very tough Lincoln County squad. Lady Cats looking for another big win at home as they were hosting Lincoln County. Here in the bottom of the first, no score. Hadley Patterson with a grounder here to short. Lily Lloyd's going to get in the rundown, and she's going to come out the better. Head first slide. She is safe. The Lady Cats now lead at 1-0. Moving ahead now to the bottom of the fourth, down 6-1. J.C. Schultz lines a single to center. Aubrey Dollar scores, cutting the lead to 6-2. Then it's 2 on here for Lloyd, and she's going to send this single here in the left. Both the runners come around the score, so Lady Cats cut the lead to 6-2. 9-4. Bottom of the 7th now. Bases loaded. Down 9-4. Bella Grace Walker. Here with a long single off the wall and left. Annie Lloyd comes around the score, but it wouldn't be enough as Lawrence County falls in this one 9-5. Now over to the northern part of the county where the Summertown Lady Eagles were back in action, this time at home, trying to sweep the regular season series from Giles County. Lady Eagles going for the sweep of Giles County on Friday night at their friendly confines. Here in the bottom of the second, Kerrigan Bradburn sends a deep drive off the wall in center. That brings home the first run of the game. Lady Eagles lead it 1-2. Still in the bottom of the second, it's Olivia Woods. Lines a single in to left. That brings home Bradburn. Makes it 2-0 Summertown. Still on the bottom of the second, Brindlin Stevens with a deep drive here into right center. That's going to roll to the wall. She's going to turn it into a triple. Brings home another run. Then the relay throw would go into the Lady Eagles dugout. She would come on down the score. Summertown now leads it 4-0. Fast forward to the bottom of the 5th, up 8-1. It's Emily Abbott. Here with a double off the wall in right, brings home another run. Lady Eagles now up 9-1. Now to the bottom of the 6th, it's Stevens. Another RBI base hit with this single into center. Another run scores. Summertown now leads 10-1. Into the game, it's Keegan Hutchins lining a single into right. That brings home Stevens. So Lady Eagles walk it off in run rule style, winning this one 11-1 in 6 innings. That does it for the final score. Have a great day, great weekend. We'll see you guys once again on Monday.
This is the X Sports Network.